A longboarding ramp is built with a 22-degree raise. The length of the ramp is 10 feet and its height is 4 feet. Tell which ambiguous case this ramp is. So we know that there's a 22-degree raise to our longboard ramp. So this is up by 22 degrees. And the length of the ramp is 10 feet. So this is 10. And the height is 4 feet. So this is 4. Now, this is a angle side-side case. So we know it's going to be ambiguous. So we have 3 options that it could be. It could be a single solution, no solution, or 2 solution case. We need to figure out which one of these cases it is. So to start, let's see if it even has a solution. So we can do that by doing the law of sines. And we can do sine of 22 over 4 equals the sine of b over 10. And if we solve this, we get 10 times the sine of 22 equals the sine of b times 4. Divide everything by 4, and you get sine of b to be 0.94. And now to find the actual angle of b, you arc sine each side, and that gives you the angle b to equal 69.47 degrees. So we can fill that in right here. 69.47. And now we can figure out angle A by just adding up both those angles and subtracting them from 180. And that gives us angle A to be 88.53. Now we can use the law of sines again to figure out what the length of A is. So to do that, we do the sine of 88.53 over A equals the sine of 22 over 4. And that gives us 4 times sine 88.53 equals the sine of 22 times A. Divide by the sine of 22 on each side, and you get the length of A to equal 10.67 feet. So now we can fill that in over here. The length of A is 10.67. So now we know that it does have a solution. Everything checks out here, so it's definitely not no solution. Now we need to find out if it has 2 solutions or not. And this also answers the question of when we need to check for a second triangle. The answer to that is if it's an ambiguous case and we have confirmed that it has a solution. So now, to check for that, we look back to what we did here where we did the arc sine. Now, there can also be, along with 69.47, is an angle right here. There's also another angle over here that could be what this arc sine is equal to. So this would be, this right here would be 69. So we do 180 minus the 69.47 and get this angle to be 110.53. Now we can make another triangle with that angle being 110.53 rather than it being 69.47. So we can fill in the 22 and the 4 and the 10. And now we use the law of sines to figure out if this triangle is valid. So we know that this is 47.47 degrees because all of them have to add up to 180. So now we can use the law of sines to find what this length is. So we do sine of 22 over 4 equals the sine of 47.47 over this length, which we're going to call x for now. So we do sine of 22 x equals the sine 47.47 times 4. We divide this side by 22, sine of 22, and also the other side, and we get x to equal 7.87. We can fill that in here, 7.87. And now we know that this is also a valid triangle, so this is not a single solution and is a two-solution ambiguous case. That is how you solve for ambiguous case law of sines.